What's going on, guys? Today we'll be talking about common mistakes people make on the web app when they are trading at the start of the game. There'll be a lot of disclaimers on things that I advise you don't do, and then also trying to tell you other advice which I think I will personally do and normally benefits me, but it might have benefited everyone. But yeah, again, we don't know what the web app is going to look like this year, so take everything with a pinch of salt. But we'll try and guide you guys on my current techniques and my current plans. As with the start of every YouTube video, make sure you guys join our free trading Discord. Links in the description for that. And if you subscribe to the Twitch channel in September, you'll get 7 days free Patreon where you get access to every single tip that I post for 7 days. And if you would like to join the Patreon, links in the description for that too. And you can get access right now or follow my Twitter. Link is in there as well. And of course, make sure you follow the Twitch. We are live every single day and we'll be giving free trading advice. We don't hold anything back on the Twitch. And yeah, you can ask any question you want and get any help you want. ASAP. So, common mistakes people make on the web app. Let's open a pack like this, all right? So firstly, we might get welcome backpacks. I don't think we will, or if we do, I don't think they're going to be tradable. I have a very, very sad feeling that the web app is going to be just as dead as last year, but we just get a few tradable kits and badges and we're all stuck with 1.52k and we can't really do anything. But let's say the packs are there and they are tradable. What would I do? So obviously, first of all, there's no contracts in FC25, so we just get rid of that because that won't even be in the pack. But you're going to see stuff like this. You're going to see League on Uber Eats. You're going to see all of these leagues, right? And guess what? No one can go onto the game. So you discard, you discard, you discard. These contracts will not be there. You've now discarded most of the pack already because realistically, there's nothing you can do. You can take a look at the badges. If you get a really good one, for example, like a Real Madrid badge, it might be worth something. But realistically, if it's like Cologne like this, it's going to be worthless. And guess what? You're going to discard because 250 coins, that's a lot of coins. Managers, again, the only disclaimer I will say here is if you do get like a French manager or a Brazil manager, they do usually go to 5k every single year. Like if you have a look right now, this is at the end of FC 24, sorry. I'm sure France is probably still extinct. Yeah, look, France is extinct. Brazil is normally extinct as well. Correct. There's a couple Brazil ones. This is the end of the game, but yeah, as you can already see, France is the one which always seems to go extinct every year. So I probably would just discard. Even if it was a French one, it'd be tough. But even then, the French one would probably be worth like 3k already on the game. And if it's not, then I'd be very surprised. Picking up French managers is probably a pretty good investment if I'm being completely honest. You will see cards like this, and guess what? When you log onto that game, everyone's going to log on. Everyone's going to open packs. No one's going to have any coins, right? So what are they going to do? Someone's going to be like, oh, Oxlade-Chamberlain. I know Oxlade-Chamberlain. Let's see, is he going for anything? And then you won't look that bad, to be honest, because everyone will be listing. But people will be like, oh, I could probably get like, I don't know. He's 550, right? I could probably get 700 coins. That's worth it, right? To list it? No. You discard. You discard pretty much every single player you pack that is tradable, unless you think they are worth way more, like over a 10k player or over 5k. You just do that and look, 1.3k, and now you will have 2 or 3k to play with. Hopefully, that's in theory. This is all in theory because we don't actually know what's coming. The next thing people will start to do is they'll go obviously straight to the market, and I mean, everyone's everywhere and you're just looking at stuff, right? People will be looking at gold rares like this and they'll go like that. They'll go like that, 650, just because that's a common trading method in FC25. And they'll be looking at these cards and they'll be like, wow, how are these cards going for so cheap? Well, because no one has any coins, right? So while you might be surprised at some of the cards you can buy, you also need buyers when you're trying to sell it. And if no one can get on the game because it's all on the web app, people aren't going to buy your cards and they're going to get flooded and keep coming down. Be very careful with that. Another thing that I will also see a lot of people do, which is obviously very common because it is a good investment, but not at the web app time, to be honest. And you'll probably see stuff. I have no idea what the prices are these days. You can probably already figure out of 84s and Fodder and stuff like that. 85s, for example. And if you do take a look back to last year, who was a good one? Was it Sule? Sule 84? Oh, he's 84. You can have a look at the graph and look, the Fodder doesn't really move at the start, right? He was 1.3. Went up a little bit, but like, is that really worth your investment? Probably not. And then obviously the Fodder does lack until around the Black Friday, November region, where obviously he went up pretty high. He got to 5k, which is crazy. Maybe there's something else that made him rise. But I just want to go back because Sule is a card I do remember from the year before. He was obviously in 85. And that one was a slightly different story. I still wouldn't have invested in him because I don't do these kind of fodder investments, not so early. But you can see Sule was 3.2k, which back then for 85s was pretty unheard of. If you look at the whole year, you will see they pretty much were not that price ever until like the final days of the game, right? So that obviously was a good opportunity then being that low at 3.7. But again, would I invest in that? Probably not. And the way everyone seems to overinvest with fodder at this time of the year, I think you can make many more coins than just holding onto this stuff and steady rising, unless you're loading up FP. But if I was loading up FP, I think there's obviously much better avenues of investments like the French managers, the Shadow cards, for example. Hunters, I'm sure, rise well, but I think Shadow is always the one which the guys on the Discord have been telling me is one which always goes up every single year and is obviously very cheap during the web app phase. So I would say my advice would be to stay away from fodder on the web app because honestly, there's just no point. And the next problem people are also going to run into, and I don't know why I always just pull up St. Max, to be honest, and I just don't know why. But people will also, it's the wrong card again, I did this in the other video as well. People will also try and trade these cards, obviously, because it's St. Max. People will be like, oh, here's loads of demand, right? As you can see here, long term, he does just drop. So the first piece of advice would be, don't build a team on the web app. There's no need to build a team on the web app. You can't even play the game. And like by the time you can play the game, it's likely his price will have dropped or you'll have lost some value. So first thing of all, I probably should have said at the start, do not obviously build a team. Don't even bother with starter teams. You're going to all use untradables. And if you think about it, you're going to have 20 to 50k, 100k in no time. You can buy this kind of card in a few days and he's like 10k, 5k, whenever you want to pull the trigger really. But as you can see, these assets will just depreciate when they have the low rating and the high pack weight, and also the hype will die down. St. Max might be a different story this year. I don't know if some of you guys have seen my tweet though. So he will have probably the same hype again. You'll see he has changed from Trickster Plus to Technical Plus. We don't know how good Technical Plus is and how good Technical Plus is in FC25, but hey, I mean, it's enough to drive the hype back up. You can already see the comments. The comments are hilarious. Bro went from 1k to 25k, from 1k day one to 15k day one, and they're not wrong. I do agree with that. And this is without it this year, so you can only imagine next year. But now he is in Turkey, so I don't know if that's as easy to link, but it's St. Max after all, and Technical Plus is a well sought after one. So yeah, the next piece of advice is we can just really sit on this card. I don't really mind. I can't really think of too many other examples, and I can't see the hourly graphs for these cards. Being greedy is going to be your worst enemy, okay? Say, for example, St. Max is selling for 16k, right? And you see, obviously, Flippin won't have the right price at the start, 16k, and you've picked one up on bid for 14k. He's insta selling for 16k, and he's taken the whole hour to sell for 16.1k. Some people in here, or watching this video, will wait the whole hour for the extra 100 coins. No. Insta sales, bro. Insta sales. These cards will be fluctuating like crazy, and people can't actually log into the game. So they'll be going up, they'll be going down, and if you get caught on the downtrend, I mean, it can be down to 14k in no time, and suddenly you've lost your profit. So my best piece of advice on the web app is instant profit is the best possible thing you can do. If you have instant profit, take it, because obviously you're working with a small budget. If you only have 20k and you have 14k invested in St. Max, and you can make the 1.5k after tax or whatever it is, 1.25k, you should take that money ASAP and move on to the next investment. You will get stuck with cards, don't worry, it happens. Some cards you will just make a bad trade, or you'll buy too high, or you can't sell. But the whole trick on the web app is in and out, and like it's not like what you're used to. We're used to making 500 coins, 1k per card. It's 100 coins, guys. You're working on such a low budget. 10% of 2,000 coins is 200 coins. And you would take 5% on a lot of trades normally on your budget. So everything just needs to be massively scaled down. Grinding those 100 coins, all worth it, all worth it, all worth it. And the speed is the most important thing because the market will be all over the place. I'd expect the market to get really low on Thursday night and then probably rise a bit into the morning. As I said though, the other day, I will be live all day on Friday for the entire 24 hours of Friday. So make sure you follow the Twitch stream for that. As I'll be live giving advice on stream. And you can basically copy what I do, or you can just copy other good traders in the community too. All day will be live on the Friday. If you also want to join the Patreon, links in the description for that. There's the prices. And if you want to follow my Twitter, of course, get some valuable information like that too, as well as joining the free trading Discord as well. But yeah, In terms of the web app, it is a tough time, and over the last few years, it hasn't been as good as it, or especially last year, it wasn't as good as it was in the previous year. Hopefully, they allow us to do some things on the web app. If not, most of that is going to be pretty pointless information. But a lot of it does apply anyway to Friday once you actually get into the game after midnight, because you might not be on the web app, but like you'll be on the game. So quick trades are good trades. Safe money is good money, and your worst enemy is going to be greed. Trust me. That's my worst enemy all the time. The extra 100 coins, for what? In the next hour, he's down 500 coins, and I've wasted the hour and I've lost 500 coins profit. So yeah, it's a tricky time. It's definitely an intense time too, and there are mistakes that will be made, and you will get stuck holding cards, but that's just all a part of it, alright? Hopefully though, EA give us some welcome backpacks this year without tradable. We can get to like 5, 10k. I remember 2 years ago on the web app, I managed to get to like 35k in the first in the first hour, and Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr. was 35k when I got onto the web app straight away. And then by the time I got to 35k, he was 60k, and then he just obviously went to the moon to like 300, 400k. I couldn't get there fast enough. But those opportunities we could have. So of course, make sure you're following the Twitch stream. Links in the description for that. We'll be live 2 hours before the web app should drop on Wednesday at 4 p.m. So be ready. It does normally drop 5 to 10 minutes early. Some people normally get some links for it to drop early from other countries. So if you're interested in that, be in the stream and you'll see as soon as I'm in. We'll be one of the first in, no doubts, because we're always refreshing non-stop. Yeah, other than that, guys, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.